So thank you for all the friends. She thought highly of her friends, and she enjoyed visiting and receiving a lot of phone calls and stuff like that. Was always very special to her. In her time, even in the last few weeks, she really enjoyed having phone calls.
Yeah, I also always enjoyed going to Trumpet Mary's house. She always made good food, and listening to her stories she would tell, especially of the days back when she was working at the store in Mexico. Those were always very interesting stories, and I know when we went there, I'd often think, well, I hope that she's going to be telling some stories. And just this past Sunday, we were there for lunch again. She was already not feeling very well, but again, we talked about back in Mexico, and she chimed in and talked about some of those funny stories again. So that's a good last memory I'm going to treasure.
Yeah, those stories were phenomenal. Some of them I probably heard 15, 20 times, and they were just as interesting the last time as they were the first time. I am going to put the mic up here, or I can even move it down, whichever one. And I'm not going to come and plead for people to say something. We'll just hold it up for a bit, and then I'll close.
Well, I feel that Mary has been a very special friend to me, and they were, as Mary and Vernon were part of our ministerial team, and having Mary with us always in the ministerial meetings. I really appreciated her insight, and I really missed her coming to the ministerial meetings. Just the way she would talk and the way she would pray, especially in the last while. It just seemed there was a real depth in what she said. I really appreciate it. I really miss her very much.
One thing that she also knew very well how to do it was preparing snacks for ministerial meetings. Whenever she brought snacks, they were really good. We enjoyed them. And I know the last time she didn't feel well, and Vernon just brought the snacks along, but she had to prepare the snacks and sent it along with Vernon. And it was a special touch for her as well. One other memory I have from her is from years ago when I was approximately 8 years old at the time, and she was working in the grocery store. And the way it was back then, you had to ask for the groceries, right? And the clerk would put the groceries on the counter, and we could take it, pay and take it. And I was about 8 years old, and I was on my way to Arden's birthday party. And Arden is here now too with us. And I don't know how old he was at that time, but I was approximately 8, and he was about a year younger than me. But anyway, I was on my way to his birthday party, and I was going to buy something for him. And so my father stopped at the grocery store, and I bought a soda for Arden's birthday. And it was Mary that sold me that soda. And I was a little 8-year-old boy, and I was as shy as could be, but I managed to buy a soda. And that's my first memory of her. The last one was, as I was sharing before, it was just Monday night, and when we still were able to talk with her.
Yeah, I kind of felt I had to say a little bit of something too. I stayed up here in Dueck for a couple months while I was here by myself, and I too have come to kind of know them as second set of parents for me. So one thing I really always appreciated is we always had probies once a week pretty much every time I was there, and that's one meal that is very special to me, and always will be, and will be something I will really miss from her not being around.
Those that don't know me, I'm Susan, Mary's sister, and she was very, very dear to me. Mary had one listening ear and very compassionate, loving, and kind. I will miss her many phone calls, and when I needed help to speak to somebody who would understand, I dialed their number. I just talked to her on Monday and wanted to see how she was doing, and when I think back now, like that she was interested how I was doing, that's the person she was, loving and kind. She didn't care to talk about herself too much, but she cared about other people. Very, very loving and kind person. I just wish Vernon and the family God's grace and comfort for the days and months to come. Thank you.
I'm Dave, Mary's brother, and I got many memories of my sister. A big part of growing up, we grew up in a big family, of course. We were sort of in the middle. I was in the middle. She was 3 years older than me, but anyway, we did a lot of stuff together. I remember milking the cows. We spent a lot of time in the barn milking and stuff like that, many stuff. Yeah, I could go on, but to make a long story short, we were close. She was always a very dear sister to me. And of course, in the later years, we didn't have we lived 2,000 kilometers apart. We didn't communicate a whole lot, but still, she was very dear to me. I would try to call on her birthday, which happened to be on the 26th of November, 3 days after my wife's birthday. That's why I sort of remembered her birthday. And I called her on her birthday, the day after her birthday. Yeah, that's the last time I talked to her. And she didn't sound like my sister no more. Sure, her voice was so weak and stuff. So anyway, we had a good chat. Yeah, that was the last time we spoke. But anyway, yeah, we know where she is. She's with the Lord, and that's a comfort. And I also want to wish the family all the best. God's blessing, and God be with you in months to come.
Okay, thank you very much for people that shared something. And most of all, on behalf of Dad and the rest of the family, thank you for coming and sharing the day with us. And thank you for all the prayers that have been prayed. And obviously, we want to continue to thank the Arbor Hospital staff and EMS personnel for the care they gave us the last 24 hours.